The clock is ticking for State Representative Matt Shea to respond to a lawsuit that claims he slandered a Spokane County Sheriff's deputy. KXLY4's Jeff Humphrey joins us now live at the courthouse where that suit was filed this week. And Jeff, Shea has 20 days now to defend himself?
Nadine, within 20 days after he is served with this lawsuit, Matt Shea, who is also an attorney, has to respond in writing to the lawsuit or run the risk of losing this case by default. However, winning a defamation case, it can be a lot more difficult than you might think.
It's going to happen. We all know that.
Matt Shea doesn't trust the mainstream media to accurately report on his agenda. Now it's Shea who is accused of misrepresenting the facts.
It's time for Matt Shea to be held accountable for his lies.
In this lawsuit, Shea is accused of linking a sheriff's deputy to Roy Murray, the man who murdered Terry Canfield and his family back in 2015.
So here is the first bombshell bit of news.
Shea made his comments last August on his Patriot Radio podcast.
When they ran the firearm that Roy Murray had, that firearm came back to the deputy, Travis Pendle.
Shea infers the gun used in the killings came from Deputy Travis Pendle. However, that weapon has never been found. Pendle took possession of 3 of Murray's guns while Murray was under court order not to possess firearms. But the pistol returned to Murray wasn't the same caliber used in the murders. Attorney Doug Sidaway says the testimony shows that Shea was wrong about his facts. The deputy could collect damages.
Obviously, the purpose of the law is to protect somebody from false and malicious statements that are harmful to their reputation and their status in the community.
In his lawsuit, Deputy Pendle claims both Shea and Scott McClay made statements that were not true and spoke or wrote them anyway.
If the plaintiff were a public figure, then he would have to prove that the statements made by the representative were not only false, but they were made with malice or with reckless disregard for the truth.
And if the deputy wanted to prove malice, one of his first witnesses would be Ozzie Knezovich, who says Shea's comments were made to discredit him and his department. Now, Scott McClay of the Rattlesnakes Motorcycle Club, he is the co-defendant in this case, and he says he's excited about being named this lawsuit because as it goes through trial, he says it'll show that there was a cover-up in the Canfield homicides. Representative Shea has not returned our phone call for comment, although he will have to be here in Spokane Superior Court on June 2nd for an upcoming status conference hearing. Reporting live in Spokane, Jeff Humphrey, KXLY4.
Thank you, Jeff.